really wasn't the agenda item, so that's what I wanted.
With all due respect, it is in the staff report as part of this item, and I do believe that within that perspective, they can talk about, and they can always talk about anything procedurally to put on another agenda or directing staff going forward.
My apologies.
I appreciate, I was feeling a little uncomfortable too.
Okay, I guess it was getting in the gray area and I may have made it too dark. But I'll start off by saying I don't think really anyone wants to do anything illegal in the town that's trying to communicate. As I know the history, there was a group that's called the Atherton Civic Interest League that was started as a council watchdog. And they had a newsletter. I don't remember what it was called. I actually think it might have been called the Athertonian at one time. And it went defunct because its membership waned down. And then the town started the newsletter. But for many years, a group of residents published a newsletter quarterly. And again, it could have been called the Athertonian. But I'm wondering, is it illegal to use the word Athertonians in a URL? If I went out tonight and registered Athertonians for energy reduction, is that illegal, and could you try to shut me down? Or if I wanted to register Athertonians for freedom of speech, or Athertonians for council watchdogs, or there's a word, because it almost seems like the word American, can that be trademarked so that somebody can't say Americans for freedom of speech, or Americans for climate change? So that's another thing. I think we're in a gray area here, that as a resident of Atherton, you're an Athertonian. And can you create websites that say Athertonians for energy reduction? And so, again, before we jump to the gun that this was illegal, registering a URL with the word Athertonian in it, I don't think it was done for that reason. I think it's done because there was a time where, just like the ACAL published a newsletter and then the town picked it up, there's a time where people felt like tonight's meeting or any meeting, that if you wanted to get the word out about a town issue, you could go to a website and get out to residents to say, there's an activity going on in town, you might want to be part of it, or you might want to talk about it, and not to do it in a bad way, but to just do it in a way that says that. I haven't been to the site yet. I mean, all these sites, I don't think I've been to any of these sites in maybe 2 years, so I don't know what the clicks are in any of these activities. As the lady said there, it draws attention to them. I don't know if they've been down for months, or if they even were done for that reason. But I do know occasionally I get an email from one of these groups, and there's another group called the Aristochats. It's a group, and I think many of us on the council or council members belong to that, where people send out things, hey, this is going on, or there was a burglary on Selby Lane, you'll get a note, or police stop so-and-so, and that goes out to a group called the Aristochats. So can you stop that? I don't think you can.
All right. We're going to have another comment.
Yeah, just a quick little tidbit of information. I'm a network security advisor. And
can you give your name for the record?
Joseph Rosas.
Thank you.
I'm a network security advisor, and I've had clients where this is sort of an issue. They've had an issue of other websites using their names, and more often than not, it does count under free speech as either parody or other sort of commentary. So I guess the council should be aware that there is a very real possibility that nothing can be done about this.
Do we have a motion?
Yeah, we do.
We have a motion on the floor, so let's take a vote on the motion. So all in favor of the motion that we had to essentially inviting the people from the EPC to the May 5th meeting to discuss the charter and get the training with regards to reopening. So essentially we're saying we're going to reinstate it effectively May 5th when they come to the meeting. Essentially what we're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So all in favor of, no, I'm not in favor. Do we have 3 people that are?
Yes.
So I'm in favor. Are you
No,
in favor?
I'm not in favor. The way you worded it, I'm in favor of tabling it till May 5th, period.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Table it till May 5th.
fine, yes,
All in favor?
yes.
Aye.
Well, let's have a second.
Second.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. All right. Jerry, thank you again for another council report, and I encourage everyone to put in one, including myself. I didn't do one this month. Are there any public comments with regards to, before we close the meeting?
I thank Jennifer for a very good report, very good investigative report, and our attorney for his good opinions. And I recommend that you read it, Charles, before you start making opinions that are a couple of years old.
Okay, I'd like to also thank Bill for going and buy his tie at the same store that I bought mine at.
I brought one,
So
I left it in the office.
All in favor of, can I have the motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
All right.
You know, I was afraid somebody would think I was you, and what's really funny is, a lady came up before the meeting and started talking to me about, she saw me at this meeting, and I'm going, I don't know what you're talking about. She goes, well, you're Bill Whitmer, right? And I'm going, no tie. I knew I should have worn my tie.
Time?